discuss the topic respiration. Respiration is a energy producing system. Energy producing system. In lower classes, the people know that how energy is produced. Energy is produced by taking food, right? By taking food. By taking food immediately, the food cannot produce the energy. Whenever the food enters the stomach, it gets digested. After the digestion, the food enters the cell. Along with the oxygen, it gets oxidized and produce the energy. This is the process of producing energy. So, releasing energy from the food is because of a respiration. So, respiration is the process to break the food materials and releasing the energy. Right, and how this process may take place. Before going to that, respiration, the word actually how it came from. Actually, the word respiration is derived from the language Latin word respire. The word respiration is derived from the word Latin word respire, which means to breathe. The meaning of the word respire means to breathe. Okay, right. So that after that the people actually till 14th century the people doesn't know the meaning of the respiration. Instead of respiration the people used the word breathe. Right? Okay, and here it is what is respiration and what are the steps involved in the respiration. You see that here steps in respiration. Respiration is a long process which takes place by many steps, which involving many steps. And here it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps are there. The complete respiration have to be done. What happens in the first step? The first step is breathing. First step is breathing. Breathing means generally we know that we are taking oxygen. Actually we are not taking, we are breathing air, right? We are taking breathe air, and the air which contains the oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen and dust particles, some other elements also present in the air, right? So when we are breathing, the air enter the lungs. This is what the step 1, breathing. The second step is gaseous exchange at lungs level. When we breathe, the air enter the lungs. Air enter the lungs. Okay, when air enter the lungs, and you know that the lungs are the structures of cluster of small sac-like structures. The small sac-like structures are called alveoli. So when we breathe, the air enters the alveoli. It is the structural and functional unit of the lungs, right? And thereafter the gas transport by blood. Here it is the step 2, and in the step 3 gas transport by blood. When air enter the lungs, the alveoli is supplied with blood capillaries. When oxygen or air enter the alveoli, from alveoli to the oxygen transported to the blood. This blood can carry the oxygen to the tissues. That comes under the fourth step. So blood can carry the oxygen present in the lungs to the tissues. The fourth step is gaseous exchange at tissue level. So the blood taken up the oxygen from lungs and transported to the tissues. Means every cell of the body. So we people know that the blood is the transport system, is a part of a transport system which can transport the necessary things or where they are produced from, where they are needed. So here oxygen is available in the lungs, so that oxygen is taken up to the tissues by the blood. And when this comes under the step 4. In the step 5, cellular respiration. When the oxygen enter the tissues. Tissues means group of cells. If you take a one cell, right? The oxygen enter the cell. The oxygen combines with food material and get oxidized. When it get oxidized, it produces energy, right? And when the oxygen enter the cell, that mixed with the food material and get oxidized and releasing the energy. So it is called as a cellular respiration. Actually, in the higher organisms, respiration process occurs inside the cell but not outside the cell. Right? So it is called cellular respiration. When respiration occurs inside the cell, it is called cellular respiration. Right? By the cellular respiration, energy present in the cell food can be liberated. By the cellular respiration, energy present in the food is liberated. This is what the 5 steps comes under the respiration. Okay, this is the process of occurring the respiration mostly in higher organisms.